while you're making chicken, go through a list of all the stuff that's broken on the trailer since we've owned it.
I know we had flooding under here a couple times.
Yep.
We had flooding under the bathtub when the little drain shifted, and you had to replace that. And we didn't know how to open it has a little panel, and it has a little slide piece of wood, and we didn't know, so we ripped the whole thing off.
Oh, yes.
There was a leak under the sink.
Yep.
The heater vent that's in the boys' room is like stuck to a little panel and got somehow kicked out. And then the vent part came out of that piece of wood.
Dad.
What?
I said sit, and then
Did Roxy sit down?
I said Roxy lay down and then sit, and then she just sitted.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not gonna hurt
That's
anything
awesome.
for her to tell us that.
I want to see.
This is that panel that, like, a kid kicked it and it just popped out in there. So then I had to screw it in anyway. And then over here, this vent right here popped out. It was just kind of like laying out, all weird. And these things pull out when the curtain's all the way down. Instead of lifting it up, a kid just grabbed it and pulled it, and it just yanked that out of the wall. Oh, that piece of molding up there is coming down. I don't know if that's Jack picking at it or just, I don't know.
And every time we drive somewhere, the stuff behind the shower panel falls out into the bathtub. So every time we stop, like at a campsite or something, we have to clean out the bathtub.
There's like sawdust or something that they didn't clean out when they installed the shower surround.
And the oven burns everything.
The oven burns everything.
I think that's normal for camping things.
This right here, like, threads on and off, and sometimes after we drive for a while, it just kind of like shakes and then unthreads, and then we come back in the trailer and it has fallen down. So I have to tighten that up all the time. Mentioned the spot where, like, the stitching comes off, or
it's off on this one,
down here where this.
These over here as well. Both of this center cabinet, center pad. Both of them are coming off. I don't know if the kids take that on
my braid out.
I don't know.
I want to take my braid out.
Oh, this right here is supposed to have a pin that drops through it to hold the TV in place, because you can spin it either direction, so you can watch it from inside the bedroom or out here. But somebody pulled the pin out and then just like ripped the pin off of the chain, so now that's been lost. Another thing we had happen is the propane regulator has a diaphragm in it that just burst, and so we smelled propane. Just from outside you can smell it. It just it doesn't leak inside the trailer, but it does outside. So I had to replace the whole propane regulator. That I will use my fly swatter pointer. Up inside here there's a little diaphragm that burst. So I had to put in a whole new propane regulator and new lines, and I got the kind that had this little gauge on them, and with the braided steel, hoping that they hold up a little bit better than the original ones. Another thing that broke off is the end cap right here. I had to get a replacement because I went into a gas station parking lot and the bumper caught just on the edge right there, and it pulled the whole thing out. Actually, it may have been this side. Yeah, I think it was that side. It kind of deformed the bumper. I had to pound it back into a square and get new ends for it. I'd lost both of the ends. Another thing that's still busted, this is the outside of the water heater. In the last video I repaired the that burned wire on the inside, but I think that was only a symptom of the problem. I believe this control panel is bad, so I've ordered another one. So I've performed a bunch of tests on this and there just doesn't seem to be any power coming through it. So I think that's our issue, and that may have been what caused the other problem. It is, it's starting to rain a little bit out here. Yeah, that's terrible fly swatter. Something I noticed from the internet is that everybody has a repair video about these various parts of the travel trailers. Leave that closed, flies are going in there. And I think that's because all these little bits and pieces break on all of them. It may take a few years, but the water heater will go out, or the control board on the water heater will go out, or the handle on the door will come loose, or I don't know, all kinds of stuff, just because it's all lightweight.
Daddy.
What's that?
Daddy.
Oh, it's raining. Whoa, brother.
Daddy. I want to myself up with that fire.
A little bit of a rainy day, rainy evening video time. Cleaning up all the broken glass and the snow globe, the woodland glass.
What's that smell?